Welcome to the Creato Connection, where we broadcast programs of interest to leaders around the world who have made a commitment to operational excellence. You can find our broadcast schedule and enroll in any topic at www.creato.com/events. Producing these programs reflects our commitment to the industry, and we also hope they will introduce us to opportunities to work with leaders like you. You'll find contact information and related offers at the end of this program. The program you've joined is titled, Which Projects to Fund and Manage When All Are Critical. Please note that this was a previously recorded event. We will start today with a brief overview of Creato Performance Solutions, followed by our featured program. The next voice you will hear is from CEO of Creato Performance Solutions, Mr. Ian Lazarus.
Hello, everybody. It's Ian Lazarus. Thank you for joining us today. Creato will celebrate its 20th anniversary this year, and from the very beginning, we've believed that leaders should have all the tools they need to excel in their mission. We've been providing those tools, and over the years, we've demonstrated a 7-to-1 return on investment after studying 150 different projects in 10 organizations that we supported over the past decade. Those returns are not limited to financial benefit, however. We're also very proud of the fact that we supported 3 winners of the prestigious National Malcolm Baldrige Award for Quality. And in each of those cases, the administration recognized they could not have achieved that recognition without our help. We do a lot of publishing, would encourage you to visit us at creato.com to find articles and other resources that we make available to help you educate internally. And finally, most of the people in our company have been with us from the very beginning. What that means for you is you can be confident that someone will show up from Creato at your organization with a great deal of experience, someone that can immediately identify with the challenges you're facing and establish rapport with your staff. This is just as many clients as we could fit on one slide. Safe to say, over 20 years that we have worked with over 100 different organizations to help them establish robust quality improvement programs. You'll see a focus here on healthcare because over the first couple of decades, we concentrated on the healthcare industry to earn our reputation. Today, we work in all industries. You may find someone here that you recognize, someone in your neighborhood. And if not, we are probably working with someone in your neighborhood, and we'd be happy to have you speak to them about the work that we've been doing. Our company maintains 3 business units and several channel partners. The channel partners make available our products and services to their members. That includes the American Society for Quality, the National Association of Healthcare Quality, and the American College of Healthcare Executives. We've earned a fair amount of recognition in the past year, particularly for the Compass Quality Management System, which we'll discuss later. G2 Crowd recognized Compass as the #1 idea management system in the industry, also as a high performer for project management and enterprise project management. CIO Review magazine designated Compass as one of the top 20 quality management systems of 2017 and 2018. Our business units begin with Lean and Six Sigma performance improvement training. We developed a very robust program 20 years ago. Today, that is endorsed and offered by the American Society for Quality all over the world. We offer training on-site and online in these and in other methods. Our training can be as limited as many classroom sections as you can afford, or as many online licenses as are appropriate, or all the way up to coaching and mentoring individuals through to their certification as a Lean or Six Sigma professional. We recognize it's not enough just to train and walk away. Leaders must be on board from the very outset for any Lean or Six Sigma related initiative. Our leadership development program takes the form of more than just pulling slides from a Lean or Six Sigma deck. We teach leaders to become emotionally intelligent and to use those skills to break down barriers to change, no matter the threat, no matter the opportunity. Emotionally intelligent leaders recognize that everybody in their orbit needs something different from them. Some individuals need data, others need empathy. Every individual needs something different in order for them to get on board with a change management initiative. And that is the focus of our leadership development training, equipping leaders to understand how to detect those needs and supply those needs so they can surround themselves with individuals that will trust them and support them. We've taken our learning from this program and developed an empirical process that we call candidate assessment. The candidate assessment program enables us to predict in advance if individuals will succeed or struggle in our training programs. Frankly, we know we're not doing anybody any favors if we bring them into a Leaner Six Sigma program only to see them struggle. The candidate assessment program allows us to prioritize individuals most qualified to go into our programs, and we'll get the best people and the right people on the bus. We view this as a very inclusive effort. It's not exclusive. We'll assess as many candidates as we can, produce a rank order, get the best people in the classroom, and people that are not qualified, we do not want to demoralize them. We'll invite them to be on a project team so they can still have that opportunity to contribute. These programs are both very popular and very effective in us getting off to a very good and firm start with organizations that are pursuing change. This program is also offered by the American College of Healthcare Executives all over the US. The final of our 3 business units includes our hosted solutions, our online training programs, and also the Compass Quality Management System. Compass fits into the category of product known as PPM, Project Portfolio Management. It becomes the infrastructure, the technical infrastructure that becomes the glue that holds these programs together. Compass creates a level of transparency, accountability, it supports collaboration so that organizations can sustain the good changes that they're making through the training programs and leadership programs that they're implementing. Compass was designated best in class according to G2 Crowd, and as I mentioned, also this year's top quality management system according to CIO Review magazine. When we work with organizations, we deploy our resources in a disciplined and logical manner. We start with emotional intelligent leadership training for the executive staff. We train them on how to create an accepting environment for change, and then we move into the selection of individuals that we will specifically train in the Lean and/or Six Sigma methodologies. We will train on-site and online because we know that everybody likes to learn differently. Individuals that are very independent can move through the online training, which is complete and includes all the information that's conveyed in the classroom. Other people need that hands-on and access to an instructor, and they'll have that. We launch our projects in Compass, so individuals are getting that early adoption of technology and that early support that they'll need in running those projects. When the projects are finished and when the academic training is finished, we like to make a big deal about it. We graduate the students, we issue a diploma and an affidavit, we enroll them in our diploma registry, oftentimes we'll have a graduation ceremony, and then we'll repeat the cycle with projects that were already loaded into Compass but didn't get sponsored in the first round. For 20 years, we've been studying what works and what doesn't work in creating an effective and sustainable performance improvement program. And one of the things that we observed in many organizations is that the effort towards getting the quick win is taken to such an extreme that sometimes marginal projects are being sponsored, and we're not necessarily moving the big dots or the needle, moving the needle to reflect the strategic priorities of the organization. And it really comes down to understanding it's not just about doing things right, it's about doing the right things. And when organizations do not align projects with their strategic priorities, they may look back after 9 months or a year and find that they haven't really accomplished as much as they originally set out to do. And guess what happens at that point? At that point, they end up blaming the method when it was truly the execution that was to blame. The pipeline is not replenished, the organization is exhausted, and they don't continue with their efforts to sustain these programs and to sustain the results that they've achieved. The solution is in the form of something known as project portfolio management. By using project portfolio management, organizations get a bird's eye view of the operations, they can coordinate timelines, they can develop their own priorities and allocate resources. Today, you can find an ample number of white papers on the subject of project portfolio management. It began with Washington-based think tanks that were beginning to recognize the importance of this, and then the consulting firms got on board and began publishing their own arguments for the benefits of portfolio management. And you know, it would stand to reason that if we use portfolio management for our own finances through brokerage houses like Fidelity, Scottrade, E-Trade, that we should bring the same discipline to the decisions we make in terms of the projects that we're sponsoring in our own organizations. By the way, we're happy to make these white papers available to you. You can get in touch with us at the close of this webinar. We'd be happy to supply them. But here is a digest of some of the key findings. And again, it would stand to reason if there was one thing that you could do, one investment that you could make that would allow you to complete more projects, complete projects faster, and projects with stronger returns, that one investment would have a very compelling return on investment. And in the upper right-hand corner, the Forrester Research Group puts that estimate at about 250%. In fact, most of our licensees for the Compass Quality Management System report to us that they recovered their investment in Compass from the very first project. The returns are not limited to financial returns. You'll also find that by implementing a competent PPM, you're going to get some of your own time back. A PPM makes everyone more productive by automating tasks and report production. You know, I often visit organizations and find people spending entire afternoons or days or weeks preparing PowerPoint presentations or other forms of content for consumption by internal audiences. And as difficult as it may be to hear, we're not fixing anything by producing reports. This is not value-added time that is being spent on the part of very expensive resources. Fact of the matter is that a PPM will make those reports available automatically, available on demand or sent out on a regular schedule. So, which projects to fund and manage when all are critical? The balance of this program will focus on how to leverage project portfolio management principles in order to make that a much more straightforward question to answer. A PPM supports democratization and ideation by engaging staff and collaboration towards identifying the most urgent opportunities for improvement. Staff are the closest to the work. They understand where the opportunities reside that are often not on leaders' radar. Through a PPM, those observations can be aligned with the strategic priorities and you're off to the races. You're no longer just doing things right, but you are doing the right things. And here's a tool we can offer you to get you started. This includes several mutually exclusive criteria that can be evaluated on a 5-part Likert scale. Allows you to compare relative opportunities to one another. The total score will identify the most compelling opportunity. And at least here you have the opportunity to rationally discuss some competing alternatives and to hopefully come to a decision that everybody can live with. If you'd like, we can email you a copy of this and you can get going. This can be dispersed in a Excel macro or it can be a pencil and paper exercise. But frankly, the industry is moving towards automating this very same approach in the form of hosted solutions like the Compass Quality Management System. You'll see here a screen print from Compass where the very same criteria that I showed you on the prior slide is here on the far right-hand side. And through the simple process of clicking on drop-down menus, authors of ideas can very quickly establish the merits of those ideas. If they want a clear and unambiguous operational definition, they can find those under the Help menu. If they want to save this project opportunity and work on it later, Compass will support that. And so by giving your staff a tool like Compass, they're not under the urgency to put something forward as their last and final idea. They can nurture ideas, they can put in the business case, and when they're ready, they can submit it for evaluation by a larger audience. And here you can see through a few screen prints from different organizations, the range of different ideas that are in their Compass system. It's not uncommon for organizations to have several hundred ideas in here. You can see under the impact and risk categories that Compass has automatically prioritized those ideas and given them an objective number. And on the far left-hand side, you can see that the employees can vote on those ideas. So this is where I like to say perception and reality come together in understanding which projects to fund and manage. On the left-hand side, you have the star ratings, the collective ratings of different employees that are voting on ideas. There are likely comments behind each one of those star ratings that you can read. The system will automatically total and average up the number of stars, giving you a total average of all the prior input there on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side is the sum as well as the difference of the different selections that were made by the author when they established the merits of the idea. So you have the impact score being the total of the different selections on the impact side. Then you have the risk score, which is the total of risks that were enumerated for each a specific idea, and the score is simply the difference between the two. Now, we would never suggest that a score of 29 damaged good deliveries is more compelling than a score of 28 redesigning the technician's bench, but at least we're talking about these ideas at the very top of the list before those that are farther down. Every idea will have its day in court, and if you wanted to drill into different facilities or business areas to find, the greatest opportunity in different areas or the greatest needs in different areas, the dynamic sorting that is available in products like Compass make this a very simple and straightforward proposition. And you can't do that in an Excel spreadsheet because, first of all, that information is usually out of date, the date that it's published, and it's very difficult to manipulate information on Excel spreadsheets unless you're doing pivot charts. Not everybody knows how to do those. Compass makes this very simple to do and very easy to maintain. So once an idea becomes a project, how does a PPM manage your most critical projects? Well, a good, sophisticated project portfolio management system will help you keep focused on the work through automated alerts, by offering you tools and training based on where you are in the project, creating a level of transparency and accountability that frankly doesn't exist without a tool like this that is being used enterprise-wide. You'll finish more projects faster, and you'll finish projects with greater returns. Here again, you can see some of the features available in a product like Compass, where you are first presented with a general dashboard showing all the activity in the organization on the left-hand side. By business area on the right-hand side, you can see the quantity of projects in each of the various department areas. And under the reports links that you see above, you can identify virtually an infinite number of reports and criteria through some of the options that are provided there. And here you can see, in the case of one organization, the number of projects that are being run. And because you can see at the bottom here, there's a next and a last page, it's not uncommon for organizations to be able to manage, hundreds of projects at one point in time. If you're looking for a specific project, you need only to put in a keyword or phrase in the upper left-hand corner. If you're looking for projects in certain facilities or business areas, you can do that. If you're looking for, the number of projects that are being run by any single individual and a determination if they could take on one more project. Again, you have a near infinite number of ways in which projects can be run. And here again, you can see different organizations running different kinds of projects, and perhaps some of these concepts will resonate with you in terms of projects that you'd like to run in your own organization. It's very important to be able to demonstrate the return on investment from using these kinds of tools. Compass makes that very straightforward. You can simply look at all the completed projects. It will produce for you a nice return on investment report, not just showing the tangible returns, but also the intangible returns. We'd love to give you a demonstration of the Compass Quality Management System. For the time being, I'm going to ground you in the design philosophy, and then we're going to offer you a demonstration if you have the time to hang on for a few more minutes. We wanted to design a project portfolio management system that would allow people to sleep better at night. We know how difficult and if not exhausting it is to be managing projects when you have so many things to do and so many balls in the air, and we wanted a system that would make that much more straightforward and help you move those projects along without you necessarily having to invest the time. So with Compass, you can collect ideas from as large a group as necessary. You can push Compass down to the staff level and make it your employee suggestion box. You can stop arguing about what to work on. As I mentioned, Compass will prioritize those ideas automatically. You saw how that was done on one of the prior slides. And once you have decided which ideas to sponsor and resource, Compass will literally hold your hand and guide you through the application of a method. If you've never done improvement work before, you're going to appreciate how Compass will guide you. If you're a Six Sigma black belt, you're going to appreciate that Compass provided you the discipline that you want in documenting your own work. Compass is actually agnostic to the methodology. You can accommodate any type of methodology, and many of the methodologies that you're probably familiar with are already in Compass, from Six Sigma, Lean, DFSS, PDCA, Kaizen, A3. They're all in there already. You can modify them or add your own. so that Compass can adapt to the way that you want to do improvement work. No matter where you are in a project, Compass will recommend the best tools and training, making it easy and straightforward for you to get access to those resources. At any point in time, you can look into the system and evaluate the progress of projects in flight. You can look at projects that are completed, as we showed you on one of the earlier slides. But if you don't look into Compass, Compass will reach out to you with automated reminders and alerts letting you know if projects are approaching milestones, if you're falling behind, if it's missing data. Even if your ideas are getting attention from others, Compass will let you know about that. What we really wanted in the design philosophy of Compass was to unify management and staff in one application, where in the upper hemisphere here you'd have the features that are of particular value to management, and in the lower hemisphere you've got the features that are going to be valuable to those people that are doing that heavy lifting of the improvement work. At the end of the day, we've got an application that unifies management and staff, allowing them to work and communicate on one platform. Compass has been recognized on G2 Crowd in a number of different categories, including idea management, project management, and enterprise project management. Here you see some of the testimonials that were gathered by G2 Crowd. We have nothing to do with this process. These are people that are being encouraged by G2 Crowd to submit reviews. G2 Crowd goes to great lengths to evaluate that these are real people and real users of our product before they publish these reviews. And as I mentioned, CIO Review Magazine recognized Compass as the top quality management system for the past 2 consecutive years. This completes our program on how to decide which projects to fund and manage when all are critical. We've offered you a tool that we can send you if you are interested in doing a better job in your organization. Really comes down to, however, recognizing and appreciating the value of hosted solutions and how that can take your efforts much, much further. We would love to demonstrate Compass for you through a scheduled demonstration that we can do for you, offer for you remotely. In the meantime, I'm going to transition to a video that will take you through the system even further. It's very short, and I hope that you'll be able to stay on for that, and you'll have information on how to get in touch with us at the end of that video if you'd like to schedule a presentation in your organization. Thanks again for joining us today. Do appreciate your attendance, and I hope you make it a great rest of your day. Stand by for the Compass demonstration.
Welcome to this brief demonstration of the award-winning Compass Quality Management System. Compass will literally put improvement on autopilot in your organization, completing more projects faster, and projects with greater returns. Your team will be given the tools, support, and direction necessary to drive your efforts at operational excellence and business transformation. In other words, no matter how you look at it, Compass pays for itself. No other comparable application contains as many features or as much value for the dollar. Let me show you some of the features of Compass that will support breakthrough improvement in your organization. Users can quickly add an idea to Compass by indicating the anticipated value to your organization and the specific business case. Our impact risk matrix will frame the business opportunity with little effort, while the system prioritizes the idea for comparison to others. From the very first screen, Compass improves employee engagement while creating a robust pipeline of opportunities. And by the way, most of the fields you see here are actually customizable. Leverage employee feedback in Compass by comparing perception to reality for improvement opportunities. Users can comment and rate ideas, while management compares workforce support to objective criteria. Your management and quality team can review the merits of each idea and resource those with greatest potential. Dynamic sorting helps you evaluate the range of opportunities more effectively than a static spreadsheet. In other words, Compass helps you to not only do things right, but to do the right things. It's no wonder Compass has been recognized as the #1 idea management system compared to over 75 other applications on G2Crowd.com. Management can send feedback to users from within Compass. Show your staff that you appreciate their initiative. Ask others for the information you need. You'll be promoting collaboration and establishing accountabilities up front while communicating your support. Once an idea is approved, Compass will help drive your project. This becomes the handoff within Compass from management to staff. Compass makes it easy to do the right thing by guiding the user through project work, providing tools and support, and a place for documentation. Need a little direction before performing a value stream analysis? Tell Compass to get me the tool, or even get me the training. Jump into the Lean online training available also from ASQ, now incorporated within Compass. This is a highly evolved program including professional audio, exercises, learning games, and case studies. At any time, send an updated A3 report to your team and stakeholders, and Compass will not only create the report, it will drop it into an email for you. Compass is compatible with PDCA, Lean, Six Sigma, ISO 9001, and any improvement method you use in your organization. Compass is a high performer for enterprise project management on G2 Crowd, and it's one of this year's top quality management systems according to CIO Review. Compass includes the entire body of knowledge for Lean to support staff new to improvement work, and it even integrates readily with SharePoint for your own intranet, enabling you to create a turnkey collaborative environment. Compass offers a highly flexible user-driven reporting portal. You can view reports in an A3 format or reports with a global view. Reports offer the ability to monitor all activity, progress against goals, and return on investment. Compass puts improvements on autopilot by automatically advising staff if their projects are ahead, behind, or missing data. Finally, we can't talk about Compass without showcasing our robust tools. Compass will literally interview each user and build a tool based on your specific needs, allowing you to create everything from a value stream analysis, Gantt or control chart, to computerized simulation. Compass can replace annual spending on dozens of disparate applications in many organizations. Bring order to chaos as Compass guides your team through the completion of projects, and management achieves true line of sight into all improvement activity in the organization. Finish more improvement projects, finish projects faster, and finish projects with stronger results. All within the guidance of your Compass. Compass.